Just getting ready before we wake the princess up. It's almost time for her to eat again. Hey Katelyn. Hey Katelyn. Hey Katelyn. It's time to get up, baby girl. Are you awake? Look, we're awake. And we're hungry. Yeah? Say hi everyone. Hi YouTube. We're awake. You see the arms flopping? This is a cue that we're hungry. Yeah. Oh. Here. Yeah. Yep, we wanted some milk and now we're happy. Mom is a brave woman because she left us here by ourselves again today while she runs some errands. 1 second. Oh, sorry. And we just want to make a quick video about how much of a growing and learning experience has been for me over the last 3 months, being a dad of a 3-month-old. I'm gonna be honest, it's been a steep learning curve for both of us, for all 3 of us. And there have been a lot of things that I didn't think I know how to do, and you just kind of learn. And there's been a lot of things where I didn't think I would do, or I would do differently, and turn out that's not true. One of those is changing diapers. I don't know if you recall, but from one of the first videos we ever made, I've said that I've never changed a diaper before, and I didn't know how. In the last 3 months, I had to learn real quick. I had to learn how and where. Since she's getting a little juicy or chunky, we are getting rolls, which is very good. It's a good sign of a healthy baby. That there are some places that you have to wipe to make sure that you got everything and everything is clean. How quickly to do it? Well, we have learned that if you don't do it quickly enough, she will get you. Yep. And then how to do it cleanly. Not, when you do it quickly, you can do it really quickly, but you still have to make sure that it's clean or else it's not good for them. So I had to learn to do that. And then you gotta learn how to avoid the spread. Sometimes things leak here, sometimes things leak there, sometimes it's liquid. So you gotta make sure that it's not leaking anywhere that's not supposed to be. Right here, an example, learn how to feed the baby. There are a lot of things to learn, like where you put your fingers. This finger right here go under her chin, which helps her drink a little better. My Asian mom would say you would massage her feet. That helps the milk flow, helps the blood flow. So we've been doing that. Hold on, baby girl. How you hold a bottle, at which angle, and how you pay attention to her about what she wants, how she wants it. We've gotten to a point in the last few weeks where we're getting a little nosy, and so we'll be drinking halfway and we just jerk our head one way and jerk our head the other. So you have to really react, or milk would go everywhere, and then she would get upset that her milk supply has been cut off. Believe it or not, she's in charge. How to change clothes. I had to learn how to change her clothes. Used to when she first got home, and it might be because she's bigger now, but used to when she first got home, I was very nervous when it's time to change her clothes. I would be afraid that her fingers would get caught inside and be bent one way or the other, her toes, and over time, I learned how to do it properly and not worry about it. When she was younger, she hated having shirts go over her head. So we had to learn how to do that quickly and efficiently, not to upset her. So even until today, my favorite shirts or clothes for her are the ones where you snap, the onesies, because it just looks so comfortable, it's so easy to put on. But we've gotten better at putting on shirts. And then I also learned that socks on her feet never last. She learns how to kick them off, and I don't know how she learns to do it. One of the things I'm still learning to do is how to soothe her. Before here recently, when she used to cry all the time, I would feel bad about it, so I would give her back to Margaret, and Margaret would soothe her. And Margaret told me that I need to learn. Margaret told me that I need to learn how to soothe her because I will need to. Like today, if she were to cry, how do I soothe her? So I'm learning and getting a little better at that. We learn how to pick her up and bounce her a little bit, and that, sometimes distract her. How to do airplanes, so I put her in an airplane Superman mode and we would fly around. That calms her. Or create distractions like making noise, putting her toys, putting her in front of lights. She has started seeing lights, so she liked that. Last night we went out to a food truck event, and usually it's her bad time of the day, about 5:30, but we were able to distract her with lights, and she did really, really well. The other thing I kind of learned, and I'm not very good at it so far, is how to put her to sleep. Before, it used to be a Margaret only thing where Margaret would put her to sleep and I do everything else. Margaret has started telling me that she needs to learn to get used to me putting her to sleep. So we're about 50-50. Sometimes we're successful and sometimes we're not. But we're trying and learning, aren't we, baby girl? I've been learning her cues and signs, like the previous video where we talked about her 3 months, or where we learned when she waves her arms, that means she's hungry, where when she holds your fingers really tight, that means she's upset or nervous. So for example, right here, when I'm feeding her a bottle, I know when she's full. I know when she's getting full. She would be making this noise when she's getting there. Other than that, or she would not want the bottle. We learn how to read that and make sure that she gets what she needs, but also not forcing it on her too much. She tries to communicate with us as best as she can, and we try to learn how she communicates. So it's been a learning and growing experience for us. Sorry. Letting her cry it out is still hard for me. It happens all the time. We put her to bed, and when it's time for her to go to bed, it's her routine, and she'll be in there crying, and I want to come in and put her passy in. Margaret would tell me, hey, let her cry it out because she needs to. She needs to learn that not every time she cries, somebody will come. She would only cry for things that she needs. I still want to come in and put her passy in. I still want to pick her up, and I still want to soothe her. But the most important thing that we're trying to teach her is how to be content. And it's hard, especially with a first child, I heard, but it's hard because you love her. You want her to be content. One of the things we learn most, though, is while we know her cues and we're learning her cues and signs and all that, most of the time they work, but sometimes they still don't. Sometimes you just gotta let her work it out. Someone told me once that crying is her only way of exercising her, and sometimes she just needs to cry. Like the other night, she was fed, she had clean diapers, everything was good, but she was just screaming her head off. Well, at that time, there was nothing we could do for her. Oh, baby, not on camera. We're doing business number 2. You're not on camera. She was just crying and screaming, and there was nothing we could do for her that would stop it. Margaret reminded me that sometimes we just need to let her learn, and we need to learn that everything will be okay. And she quit, and everything was fine. Related to the topic that I just mentioned, we talked about it from time to time, and I think it's easier for you to talk about when it's not your own, but when it's your own, it's hard, which is tough love. We've been trying to get her into a routine at night. We'll give her a bottle, give her a bath, and then she would go to sleep. And every night, she's been doing a lot better, but she would cry. She didn't go down right away. It takes us a couple times for her to get her passy and flip and flop and all that. And Margaret's been telling me to let her cry it out for 5 or 10 minutes. You feel better? Let her cry for 5 or 10 minutes before we go in and put her passy back in to see if she'll put herself back to sleep, because we want to teach her how to do that too. And so sometimes I find myself standing there watching the clock. Well, is it 5 minutes? Is it 10 minutes? So I can go in there and try to soothe her and calm her down and get her back to sleep. So tough love is hard. But deep down, I keep trying to remind myself, hey, what's best for her? What is the right thing where she could grow up and be better? And then that helps me. But regardless, it's still hard. Is it good, baby girl? Anyways, the last thing I learned from her is, while I have a schedule, and I like to stick to my schedule is still not my schedule. A couple weeks ago, I had on my schedule to get up at 5:30, finish a vlog. Also, I had a video to edit for a client that I had to deliver to get it done, and then go to work. That did not happen because my Royal Highness decided she didn't want to sleep the night before. So at 2:15, 3:30, 4:30, 5:15, 6 o'clock, we were up. Oh, is it good, baby girl? So eventually, Margaret decided, oh, give the camera a good one right here. Eventually, Margaret decided just to go on and get her and bring her to her room, and then she fell asleep on my chest. Well, needless to say, I didn't get up, and I slept in until 7 o'clock. Then, bottle at 7, playtime, and Daddy had to go to work. Oh, yeah. Here. Take your passy. Take your passy. So you don't spit up. Yep. Was that good? Yeah. That's an example of something else I also learned, is after we feed, we will blow bubbles, and they are manly ones, let me tell you. Did you hear that? Brrr. And then, I think she got that from Margaret, not from me. Right? But then most of the time, we like to spit up. So, what we learned is to have a spit up cloth ready to catch it so it doesn't go everywhere. And then if you stick a passy in, she tends to do better. Say hi to everyone, huh? Over the last 3 months, there's been a lot of learning, growing for me and the baby and Margaret. We learned to work through our schedule. We had to change our schedule multiple times. We learned our routines. She got a routine and we've got a routine. We changed our habits, how we do things for her, and we've been learning how to take care of her better. Depends on what she needs. Like recently, she's really enjoyed going outside and playing outside. So in the evening, we take her outside, either for a walk or on the back of a patio. We also learned a very important lesson, that she's our boss and we do what she says. Right, baby girl? Huh? Right? Whether it's reasonable or not. But look at how cute she is. Look at the big black thing. Anyways, so it's been a lot, I'm not gonna lie, but it's been so rewarding being her dad, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. She's been a blessing. So, thank you for watching this video. Tell them, thank you for watching this video and watching me take my bottle. If you're new here, we're glad you're here. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. We hope you subscribe and come back. Like this video for Katelyn. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye.